Stop doing these 5 things if you want long natural nails. If your nails keep breaking, you're probably doing one of these. Look, I've been there. I tried everything to grow my nails, oils, supplements, expensive treatments, but they kept snapping off. And for the longest time, I couldn't figure out why. I thought I just had weak nails, that maybe long natural nails just weren't possible for guys like me. But here's what I discovered. It wasn't that my nails couldn't grow. It was that I was sabotaging them every single day without even realizing it. I'm the long nail guy, and today I'm calling out the 5 most common nail mistakes that men and women make, mistakes that are absolutely destroying your growth potential. If you're doing even one of these, you're fighting an uphill battle. Stop these 5 things and I guarantee you'll see stronger, longer nails within weeks. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1, and this is huge, overfiling your nails. I know filing seems harmless. You've got a rough edge, you want to smooth it out, makes sense, right? But here's what most guys don't understand. Every time you file, you're removing layers of keratin from your nail. And if you're filing too often, too aggressively, or with the wrong technique, you're making your nails weaker, not stronger. I used to file my nails every single day. I thought I was being meticulous, keeping them perfectly smooth. But what I was actually doing was thinning out my nail plate, creating weak spots, and setting myself up for breaks. Here's the truth: you should only file when there's an actual problem, a snag, a rough edge, or uneven length, not just because it's Tuesday and you feel like it. And when you do file, technique matters. Most guys saw back and forth with their file like they're cutting lumber. That creates friction, generates heat, and causes microfractures in the nail structure. You need to file in one direction only, from the outer edge toward the center, with gentle, smooth strokes. Also, the type of file matters. Those cheap cardboard emery boards, throw them away. They're too rough and actually create more damage than they fix. Invest in a glass or crystal nail file. They're smoother, last forever, and seal the edge of your nail instead of shredding it. Here's my rule: I check my nails multiple times a day for problems, but I only actually file maybe twice a week, sometimes less. And when I do, it's targeted, just the problem area, just enough to smooth it, then I stop. If you're filing daily, you're overdoing it. Your nails need time to build up strength and thickness. Stop attacking them with a file every chance you get. Mistake number 2, dry hands and nails. This is probably the biggest growth killer that men don't take seriously. You wash your hands, you use hand sanitizer, you go about your day, and you never think about moisturizing. And then you wonder why your nails are brittle, peeling, and snapping at the slightest pressure. Here's what you need to understand. Your nails are made of keratin, which needs moisture to maintain flexibility. When nails get too dry, they become rigid and brittle. And brittle nails don't bend under pressure, they break. Think about it like this: a dry sponge shatters when you squeeze it, but a damp sponge compresses and bounces back. Your nails work the same way. Hydrated nails can handle stress. Dry nails can't. The worst part: modern life is designed to dehydrate your nails. Every time you wash your hands, you strip natural oils. Hand sanitizer is even worse. The alcohol sucks moisture right out of your nails. Cold weather, air conditioning, heating systems, all of them create dry environments that pull moisture from your skin and nails constantly. So if you're not actively replacing that moisture, you're fighting a losing battle. Here's what changed everything for me. I started carrying Vaseline everywhere. And I mean everywhere: my pocket, my car, my desk, my gym bag. Every single time I wash my hands, within 5 minutes I apply a thin layer of petroleum jelly to my nails. Not my whole hand, just my nails and the skin immediately around them. At night, I go heavier. I use coconut oil or jojoba oil and massage it into each nail and cuticle for at least 20 seconds per hand. Then I seal it in with more Vaseline. On really dry days, or when I'm being extra intentional, I'll wear cotton gloves to bed and let that moisture soak in overnight. This isn't optional skincare stuff. This is foundational nail care. If your hands and nails are chronically dry, nothing else you do will work. You can take all the biotin in the world, but if your nails are dehydrated, they'll still break. Stop neglecting moisture. It's the single most important factor in nail flexibility and strength. Mistake number 3, stress habits, especially nail biting. Look, I get it, I was a nail biter for years. It's not something you decide to do consciously, it's a stress response, a nervous habit, something you do without thinking when you're anxious or bored or concentrating. But here's the brutal truth, you cannot grow long nails if you're biting them. Period. It doesn't matter how good your routine is, how much oil you use, or how careful you are the rest of the time. If you're putting your nails in your mouth and tearing them with your teeth, you're undoing everything. And nail biting isn't just about the immediate damage of ripping off nail length. It's about what happens to your nail bed and cuticles. When you bite, you're creating uneven edges that become weak points for future breaks. You're damaging your cuticle seal, which protects your nail matrix where growth actually happens. And you're introducing bacteria from your mouth directly into those damaged areas, which can lead to infections that slow or stop growth entirely. But it's not just biting. Other stress habits do similar damage, picking at your cuticles, peeling layers off your nails, scratching with your nails when you're thinking. All of these create trauma to the nail structure. So how do you stop? Here's what worked for me. First, identify your triggers. For me, it was sitting in meetings and working at my computer. Once I knew when I was most likely to bite, I could prepare. I started keeping a stress ball at my desk. I started wearing a rubber band on my wrist to snap when I felt the urge. I even painted my nails with bitter-tasting polish for a while, not something I'd normally do, but it worked as a deterrent. Second, replace the habit. Your brain wants that stress release, so give it something else. Chewing gum helped me. Fidget tools helped. Even just pressing my fingertips together firmly when I felt anxious gave me something to do with my hands. Third, keep your nails smooth. I realized I was more likely to bite when I felt a rough edge or a snag. So I started obsessively smoothing my nails with my glass file the second I felt anything irregular. No rough edges meant less temptation to bite. And finally, make it visible. I took progress photos every week. Seeing my nails actually growing was motivating. It made me not want to destroy that progress with one moment of weakness. Breaking the nail biting habit is hard, I won't lie to you, but it's absolutely necessary. And here's the good news, once you stop for about 3 weeks, the urge decreases dramatically. Your nails start looking better, which motivates you to protect them. It becomes a positive feedback loop instead of a destructive one. If you're serious about long natural nails, you have to address your stress habits. There's no way around it. Mistake number 4, using your nails as tools. This is the one that most guys don't think is a big deal until they've lost months of growth in one careless second. Your nails are not designed to pry open cans, scratch off stickers, open key rings, type aggressively, separate Lego pieces, or any of the 100 other things you probably use them for every single day without thinking. Every time you use your nails as tools, you're applying force and pressure that creates microfractures in the keratin structure. You don't see these fractures immediately, they're microscopic, but they accumulate over time and they create weak points that eventually result in breaks. I learned this the hard way. I grew my nails to about 2 inches, months of careful maintenance, and then one day I used my nail to open a soda can tab. Snap, clean break halfway down the nail bed, all that progress gone in 1 second of not thinking. The frustrating part? It feels so inefficient to stop using your nails for these little tasks. Your nail is right there, it's sharp, it's perfect for getting under that sticker edge or opening that package. But here's what I realized. Using proper tools for these tasks takes an extra 3 seconds. Breaking your nail and losing weeks of growth costs you way more time and frustration than those 3 seconds ever would. So here's what you do instead. Keep a butter knife or old credit card in your pocket for prying things open. Use scissors for packages. Use the pad of your finger for opening cans. Use a coin for scratch-off tickets. Use an actual key for key rings. Use your knuckles for elevator buttons and light switches. At first, this feels ridiculous. You feel overly precious about your nails. People might look at you weird when you pull out a butter knife to open a can. But you know what? Your nails will still be intact, and that's what matters. I also had to relearn how to type. I used to hammer the keys with my nail tips, which created constant stress fractures. Now I type with the pads of my fingers at a slight angle. Took about a week to adjust, but it completely eliminated typing-related breakage. The mindset shift you need is this: nails are jewels, not tools. Treat them like you'd treat something valuable. You wouldn't use a diamond ring to open a can, right? Same principle. Your nails have value. Protect them. If you can't break the habit of using your nails as tools, you will never have long, natural nails. It's that simple. This is non-negotiable. Mistake number 5, ignoring your cuticles. Most guys don't even think about their cuticles. They're just that piece of skin at the base of your nail, right? Wrong. Your cuticles are the protective seal for your nail matrix, the area under your skin where your nail actually grows from. When your cuticles are damaged, dry, or infected, that damage directly affects your nail growth. You'll get slow growth, weak growth, or irregular growth with ridges and deformities. Here's what most guys do wrong. They either completely ignore their cuticles and let them dry out and crack, or they go too far in the other direction and cut them, thinking they're doing good maintenance. Both approaches are wrong. Dry, cracked cuticles pull away from the nail plate, creating gaps where bacteria can enter. This leads to infections, inflammation, and disrupted growth. But cutting your cuticles removes that protective seal entirely, which is even worse. You're essentially opening the door for infection and damage to reach your nail matrix. The right approach is gentle maintenance. After a shower or bath, when your cuticles are soft, use a wooden cuticle pusher, not metal, wood, and gently push them back. You're not cutting, not pulling, not being aggressive. Just gently pushing them back to reveal more of your nail and keep them from adhering to the nail plate as it grows. Then, and this is critical, moisturize them heavily. I use coconut oil or cuticle oil every single night and massage it into the base of each nail for at least 15 seconds. This keeps the cuticle soft, flexible, and healthy. Healthy cuticles mean healthy growth. If your cuticles are already damaged, cracked, peeling, or inflamed, you need to do intensive treatment for at least a week. Apply oil or Vaseline every few hours. Keep them constantly moisturized until they heal. Otherwise, every nail that grows from that damaged matrix will be weaker than it should be. Your cuticles are not cosmetic. They're functional. They protect the source of your nail growth. Ignore them and you're sabotaging yourself before your nails even emerge. So there you have it, the 5 mistakes that are killing your nail growth. Stop overfiling. Stop letting your hands and nails dry out. Stop your stress habits and nail biting. Stop using your nails as tools and stop ignoring your cuticles. These aren't small issues. These are the foundational mistakes that prevent most men from ever achieving long, strong, natural nails. Fix these 5 things and you will see dramatic improvement within a month. I guarantee it. Now here's my challenge to you. Pick the one mistake from this list that you know you're guilty of, just one. Don't try to fix all 5 at once, that's overwhelming. Pick one, commit to stopping it for the next 7 days and watch what happens. Then drop a comment below telling me which mistake you're tackling first. I read every comment and I want to hear about your progress. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button because I've got more real, actionable nail care content coming specifically for men who want to break the mold and grow impressive natural nails. I'm the long nail guy. Stop sabotaging yourself, start protecting your growth, and I'll see you in the next video.